Hi everybody, we're live. It's
Hi.
Panties Free Wednesday.
Is it?
Yes. It's also Hump Day, and Taco Wednesday, and Wait. Got confused.
Wait, what are
Hold
you
on.
talking about?
You start over. In 3 and 2 and...
I think you're confused.
Now I'm just fucking around. Tonight we're talking about dating disasters, and are we talking about the good ones too?
We're talking about the best and worst sexual encounters.
What you need to do?
Oh, sexual
Come up here, Pork Puppy.
encounters.
Sometimes you're too far
Hey,
back
Invincible
over there.
Victoria, thank you for joining us. Please share if you care.
Oh.
We're going to be talking about some fun stuff.
Invincible Victoria, tomorrow at 7, we're going to get pictures made over at the gallery
Hi,
at
Beth.
Mills Park.
Hi,
so,
Hyso.
Nebraska in 1792.
Yeah,
Pork
but-
Pete, get your ass over
2
here.
minutes, guys, before our soft open. And then I need to shit.
How you guys doing? I assume Jackie.
Okay.
Sure Mercedes will be showing up there
Sit down
soon.
there somewhere.
I'm going to come behind you, man.
Right.
But I'm taking a safe distance, as you can see the way I went. Nothing touched.
Got my butt.
Hi, Missy.
All right.
Woo!
Yes.
Oh, that was Pizza Eye.
Best.
Hi, Beth.
Hi, Beth. Hi, Lacey. Best and worst sexual encounters, experiences. That's what we're talking about today. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
And so, yeah, this could be an interesting show because, you know, I think we all got our best and worst. So let's find out what happens. All right,
Baby.
coming up in less than 2 minutes.
Yes. So anyway, I hope you all had a good Wednesday. You know, we are live on Facebook, and we're always live when we do our thing. So I'm glad to have you along with us. Please share if you care. Share it in your groups if you think it's appropriate. Any group that you're on, you know, could work out well. So, hashtag Pornstar Pete, hashtag connections. Whatever it is. It's not hashtag. Oh, now I'm hashtagging by accident. Oh, you fucking. I've been on this damn computer all flipping day.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of wordplay today. It should be fun.
Wordplay?
Yeah,
Is that like foreplay with words?
definitely.
I like it. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Here we go. Okay, our card is rolling and we are fucking ready. Dean, thank you for sharing that. Since he's not wearing any panties.
It makes me giggle every time. You know, that makes me giggle every time. That Linda Nunez
Oh.
piece about soft opening.
Soft.
And of course our friend, the beautiful and always talented voice of the Oscars, voice of the Emmys,
Thank you.
voice of the Grammys.
Thank you. Oh, you mean Randy Thomas?
Yeah, Randy, the other voice of an immense nature. But you know, I gotta tell you guys.
Wait, you got the voice of virility over here, Pornstar Pete?
What was that story I was telling you earlier that you said do
Well,
on air?
Yeah, we need to talk about that, but we need to share that when we're on with all
On the
our
regular, okay.
affiliates.
But you
Yeah.
gotta remind me about it because I'm.
Yeah.
Balls.
Sometimes
That's what I
okay.
remember.
All right.
Balls.
Now you gave me the key word,
It's key.
so it's gonna come back.
Facebook Live people, thank you for joining us at Connection Show. If you're looking for the full audio experience, because you will need to a little bit later on, about 10:30, and also about 10:45 to 11, those two segments, we're going to be doing stuff through Skype and have our guests. And I want you to get the full experience. So go to connectionshow.com or livingsexyradio.com. You can even go to mixingsexy.com. Pops right there live, and you can have it in a separate window or browser or whatever you want to do. But that way you get the full experience of Connections.
Let me tell you something. It's a multifaceted brand.
Mm-hmm.
It all means all kinds of things. I mean, what is Connections? You're connecting people. You can connect some body parts.
I'm a cat and connect the freckle.
And everybody's connected anyway, because that's the way the world works. I mean, we are all connected, even if you don't like the other dude.
Yes, I saw that. It reminds me of Lisa Lampanelli. You like her?
I like Lisa Lampanelli.
She says, this guy is an Italian guy in New York. He says to me, hey, I'm connected. And she says, yeah, to a fork.
Lisa Lampanelli, I didn't hear her stand up. I used to read her in Playboy. That's where I first got to know her. I was like, she's really effing funny.
I would play a clip, but I think it would not be appropriate.
It would definitely push
it would take
the
the
line.
fun out of the whole thing if I had to continue to, cut out all the bad words.
Yeah, would you say she's doing the only real comedy out there now? Because I don't know too many other people that are doing it. The rest just seem like a bunch of posers.
Just say she lost a lot of weight, but she still likes the blacks.
Yeah, that's the only time I've seen her is on those roasts.
Yeah.
Or
She's
roasting
good
people.
though.
She's about as good as they get. She's on a level of a Carlin, I would
I
say.
think her brother, Lampanelli, works at ESPN or someone like that too in sports. Anyway, we're going to start the show in just a second, catch up with our affiliates.
Because it's Connections, baby. Yeah.
There you go. It was a nice little first fun segment there.
I enjoyed that.
Fox on the run.
Speak some Chinese over there. Was that Cantonese or what you got going on over there?
Fox on the run. I was seeing Fox on the run, fucker.
Fox on the run, making everybody fun. Come.
You save more than $16 a
Gotta have a pizza pie.
Best sex.
I had this incredible hamburger porn star, Pete. So the hamburger was, I'll tell you,
Like Lisa Lampanelli, I
Let's say it for the
swear to
air.
God, the shit
So
that
balls
Lisa
and hamburger,
Lampanelli
remind me about
says,
those two.
Balls and hamburger.
I couldn't even think some of the shit that she says. It's no wonder the gays and the blacks like Lisa
I'm glad we're back to
Lampanelli.
two dudes and a woman.
Hey guys, hi Mike, how you doing, man? I haven't seen your name in all your vowels in a really long time. How are your vowels? Anyway, for those of you just tuning in, I am Melissa Fox. That's Blackjack over here.
Some effects from this.
Got Point Star Pete over there. And at some point or
You
other,
as well? You are.
there might be a studio dog. I have to look because usually it's in the
I
upper
am
corner
feeling
there.
tremendous. I
And
got
she's
my
actually
old
blocked by the
bird
chair
back.
right now.
I'm almost a little
Give me a
afraid of
second.
myself again. Hey everybody,
Oh, no, I'm talking
Blackjack.
Oh, it's Nahoda. Or I thought it was Precious, but it's actually Nahoda who's over there laying on the floor.
What a beautiful.
Yeah, he's a little incontinent, sort of like
Yeah,
Blackjack. We have to put him in a diaper.
Why don't you put up a fund for him or something, like a GoFundMe for him?
I don't know. Wait, take him to the vet first and find out. Going to bed already?
Who's going to bed?
Jesus, Dean, you old fart.
Damn, Dean. Come on.
Blackjack was singing and that hurt.
I mean, let me tell you something. If you could stay up for Johnny, at 11:30, you could definitely keep up for Connections, for God's sake.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. Who is tagged? They still doing my poll online.
Plus, I'm wearing my special shirt tonight. You got to stay up for that.
You're fresh it again.
Refresh what?
There was ecstasy, and there was two women involved in me.
Oh boy.
So I'm, basically in this ecstasy stupor, and eyes rolling in the back of my head. This was, 15 years ago, and in a dark room, because that's how we ecstasy
That's
people
how we roll?
preferred it. Yeah, that's how we roll. Really.
So you were in the first wave of ecstasy users. You were like right at the cutting edge.
Yeah, when when
So
they
what
were first-
happened? What happened? And there were 2 chicks and you and some ecstasy.
Yeah, so I'm in there and the girls start kind of like having fun, and for I would say a good hour, I sat there and watched and did nothing but watch when I could stop from rolling my eyes.
Hey, how you doing?
And eventually, I got involved in the what do you call it?
Orgy.
The menage a trois.
The tripod.
Right.
To get down.
So would you say that you became, would you say it was instantly erect, or what?
It was like
what
an
was
I
that?
found God moment.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot believe that this is happening. And serotonin was shooting out of my, brain. It took me a year to get it
You
back.
must have had a smile on your face that they had to like repair surgically afterwards.
Right,
It's
it's
like
one
one
of
of those, right?
Yeah, it's one of those moments where where you're looking back at, like, I remember when I was 10 and I thought I was going to go nowhere in life. And here I am at this very moment.
Hey, look at me.
Yeah, like, I made it. If I died tomorrow, this happened.
That's how I feel about doing this radio show. I feel just like that, Porn Star Pete. It's Connections. Welcome to the show. We're talking about, on this Hump Day and Panties Free Wednesday, the best and worst of what we call sex. Now, sometimes it's good.
Booty.
For a man, of course, it's never not good because we're getting some. But for women especially, there's grades of this sexual act. We're going to talk about what makes it good, what makes it not so good. We got Juicy Bits coming up. Dr. Ken's going to be on with us, and Kim Cameron,
Award-winning, and all kinds of crazy.
Wow,
So
it's like unbelievable. It's a menage a something. Now I'm looking at a blonde girl here with red lips, and she is one of the people who describes the best sex that they ever had. Now, here is number one. We'll start with number one.
Okay.
I was asleep, and I woke up to her playing with something down
My Dugan.
in the situation room.
Just playing with
Right.
your Dugan?
I was asleep, woken up. She hopped on top after she did what she had to do with that situation. I was half awake, of course. So when when the act ended, it was super intense.
You think?
I think so.
Wow.
So that one was of course along the lines of yours, Porn Star Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
The
done.
second one would be that the love sex is the best sex. What does that mean, Melissa? What is this love sex the best sex? Because
Well-
you all feel about that love more.
Well, this seems to be a guy.
Huh?
This is a guy who told us
It's
this.
not a dude. I mean, it's not a chick.
It's a dude.
Usually be a chick about
He says
the love.
it's
and all that.
amazing. It felt so right and so natural. Her smell, her taste, our kissing, her lips, everything. It was intense. We attacked each other like in a cheesy love story. Her body was unbelievable. I had a few really good screws before, but I had some dirty ones, like category A men's porno sex dream types. Even if
Whoa.
this was not the case with her, it felt so much better than anything before. The feels, chemistry, trust, love sex is the best sex, I guess. Because as we lay side by side, breathing heavily, we were grinning like idiots, and then she gave me a high five. After that, I got my tattoo. Still grinning, and hardly noticed the pain.
I don't know whether to be happy about this or feel really cheesy. I don't know.
It sounds cornball to me. It sounds like the girl wrote it for him.
I like this one here when she agreed to be my sexual plaything. A woman I dated for a little while on POF. Remember we talked about Plenty of Fish.
Oh, yeah.
After my divorce.
That's right. Invincible Victoria mentioned
It was just awesome, she pretty much agreed to be my sexual plaything, as she called it. She called it that. Well, it's been a while since she'd been with a man, right? Me with a woman other than my ex, it's been a long time, too. So we just unleashed on each other for 6 straight hours. We went at it. Can't even tell you how many times she had her voice roll to a high level.
Oh.
At one point, when she was doing something down below in the nethers with her situation, she was straddling my leg. She was also doing something else, and then there was, there was afterage. She definitely was up for anything. Let's just put it that
What the hell are you trying to say?
She was the sexual plaything. Whatever, like, here is my body. Have fun. Take a vacation. You know,
Oh, come
call
on.
the aunts, have a reunion. You know, that kind of thing.
This guy said, look, you guys, I've been married for almost 10 years. And was with my wife, who was my girlfriend, for several years before we got married. So we've been together for quite some time. Anyway, a few weeks ago, we're sitting on the couch watching a movie. You know, the whole Netflix and chill kicked in. And she proceeded to literally give me the best BJ I have ever had. In my life, ever. Like, WTF, I'm going to die. That's all spelled out with periods after every word, okay?
It sounds like you were doing William Shatner or something.
Well, that's because he wrote it out. Ever, period, had, period, in, period, my, period, life, period, ever, period, like, period, WTF. Okay? After I had the big O, I quite literally thought I was going to pass out. Never in my life have I had such a wonderful
the
BJ.
climax, yes. the
Yeah,
climax.
but from what I understand, men generally don't if there's no hands involved. Is that true? Do you not go to completion if it's just oral without the hands?
Never heard of that.
Yeah, I mean, I get because,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
the grip does help.
No, I've never heard of this. Men generally not. That
Without the hands?
No, I mean I don't.
Don't you have to have a little ball fondling? Speaking of which, how
What you have to do is here's what you have to do. When you're pulling your mouth, I don't want to get too grabby. When you
Don't
go,
get too graphic.
just do it.
Scare I heart.
Just do everything in the same motion. So if you're going up with one thing, go up with
So
the
no
other.
hands, but you're saying so you've never had any oral without the hands?
Oh, I
involved?
have, and I have also climaxed during these occasions.
Fair enough.
It's good for the moment.
Mhm.
Like, but you know, I don't think I have climaxed during that moment.
That's what I'm thinking. Because I mean, you have to grab the balls. And speaking of which, now you know that one of our sponsors is.
It wasn't balls. It was
Stages-
grabbing
wait,
the
wait.
balls.
Stages of Life is one of our sponsors, and the boys here, both of them, have their boys on something called Stud Mix. And if there's nothing already wrong, then apparently it just makes things even better. So I keep getting phone calls, at least from Blackjack, telling me how great things are working.
How come you're not calling him more, Port Serpent?
Well, I'm still waiting to get that full 2-week effect.
Yeah, but you're. I know you're feeling stuff because I am, and you're younger than me, so you should be feeling it sooner.
Even so, Blackjack tells us a story about a minor player who is a really smart person and put together some, what do you call that? What'd you call it? Nature, what's it? What's it called? The vitamin, the medicine. What's it called?
Anyway,
No.
Trick does something
Just get to the
called
point.
called electromail, and he had me take the electromail. Right,
Okay.
this is a natural male enhancement.
Mhm.
So it started to kind of tingle, it started to wiggle, and then all of a sudden, a couple months later, I was in the shower with Mrs. Blackjack, because sometimes we do the shower together. It's kind of fun.
Stay warm. Gotcha.
And she told me, Jack, your balls are bigger. And I said, what do you mean? And she said, yeah, they're substantially larger. And I said, but I looked at it, I kind of went, yeah, they have been feeling a little heavier in my jeans. And so I called up Trick and I said, hey man, what's up? Do your balls get bigger? And he said, well, yeah, isn't that awesome? I said, well, why didn't you tell me there was side effects? He goes, well, that's a good thing. You don't really want to mention that as a side effect when it's a good thing. And then I said, yeah, but I don't want to have elephantine balls.
Right.
So I stopped taking it because I just didn't, I didn't want him to get. I said, well, how big are they going to get? And he said, I don't know. And I said, well, so you're not going to tell me it's like 3 centimeters. No, I just don't know. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to have to then cut back on this. And that's what happened. That's the story.
Your man globes are a little bigger than they used to be.
Thank goodness, so they did kind of, because I got big uns, just from the get-go.
Yeah, we know.
We got a lot more including juicy bits. We got Dr. Kim coming up on the Kim camera, and this is Connections. That was, that would be one for a promo, Right there. That's promo material right there.
From Lizzie Said What on the Connection Show. I want to invite each one of you to the Wounded Warrior fundraiser, April 29th, 4 p.m. tonight at Sully's.
We will call you at 10:30. 10:30 for Dr. Ken.
Yes. Professional dirt and mud racers from Central Florida.
You.
Most importantly, help raise money and awareness for the
Dr. Ken's another pick of mine that turned out real good. I like Dr. Ken. I like what he brings to
Except
the
for
show.
not coming off there.
Like brings, you know.
Hi guys, how we
Facebook
doing?
Live, it's great that it's here.
Hope you're enjoying the first segment. Yeah, BJ Bro Globes. Thank you. Hashtag. Very nice. Hi Jennifer. Hey Andrew.
Bro
You doing all right?
I love
Still
it.
at work? You watching out, listening at work, or watching? That's good. So anyway, got Juicy Bits coming up next. Pornstar Pete. Earlier we were on my patio, and I saw a mosquito, and then it landed on his head. So I told him there was a mosquito on his head, and he let me hit him on his head. So if you ever want to hit him on the head, just tell him there's a mosquito.
I'm still not sure if there was really a mosquito there or not, because I
I
never
think
saw
the
it.
carcass is probably still up in your hair. That's the shame.
I think she was
Oh
looking
yeah,
for
there
an
it is.
excuse.
Hold on. Oh, that's something else.
How about that burger I had today?
I don't know what that is.
What?
I put something out of his hair, but I don't know what it was.
Some gum, Blackjack?
What's that, brother?
Hey, you want some gum?
Yeah, man. Just something to freshen my breath a little bit. Oh, thanks, sir. I think what we are is we're winners, and we win. But that's what we do. It's like what's your profession? And then you just say I'm a winner. That's all you have to say. That's what you say.
Hi, buddy. How you doing?
And then you say, and I can cook and play the guitar too.
Oh, how about that?
Offering services and products by Italy adds instant customers. And that means instant cash. Por supuesto, se habla español.
Sí, por puesto. Sí, Allah. Wait, no, that doesn't work. Hold on. No, that doesn't work. Be sexy. I can't get it to work. Wait. I can't get it to work. Nope. I suck. If this was there and that was there, it'd be no problem.
I love what, see this guy right here? Grew up with this guy as a newsman named Gabe Pressman, and he's in his 90s. He's still going to beat. He's still if it goes back to the 50s. So now he does stuff on Facebook where he just features a different New Yorker.
Time for you to get off of the
So it's
Facebook.
kind
Close it
of
down.
cool, right?
Close on Facebook now, unless you're gonna watch.
Well, I was going to do stuff with Connection, but I wanted to show you that.
Yeah, but I just take it off there so you can stay on track. We'll handle it. Thank you. And then lose the gum.
Cheer up, my friend. The tax doctor is here. My diagnosis tells me that you're going to be just fine.
Mommy in the house.
Doctor will
Oh no! Soft opening. Nice, Allie. Nacho Libre. Very nice. Guys are fine.
We can save you up to 75% if you qualify.
Nacho Libre.
Call right now for free details.
Oh, this is okay.
I was thinking Dante Peak, but I don't know.
What am I hearing?
How do these things just spew out of your head like this? Can you at least use your brain as a filter?
Just me.
Yeah, it's right, it's right. What's wrong is still right.
Connect.
It's connections.
This is Connections. Follow us on Twitter. We are on Twitter at Connections FM, at Connections FM. Also on Facebook. You can see our Facebook live feed right now. You can interact with us. If you write something really cool, we may even share it on the air. We could show it too. but we can show and share it, and we care about it. So check us out at facebook.com/Connection Show. Something really cool happening if you are in the Central Florida area tomorrow night at the Art Gallery at Mills Park. Of course, we always have our friends Boris, the curator,
And Marla E.
Marla E., which you would think would be with Prince's band. She probably was, and now she's an artist. They're going to feature a couple artists named Dina Mack and Richard Reep, and that opens tomorrow night. There's going to be food, drinks, and partay.
And we're going to be there, and it's all free. So come on down.
That's right, from 6 to 9, because we are that cool, and because you're listening to us, you get a VIP invitation, yo, boom.
Come hang
That's
out
what
with
it's
us.
called.
Throw some back. Look at some art.
It's time for some juicy bits. You know, we used to have something called Gooey Gossip, but now it's even better, because now it's Juicy Bits. Because what's better than a juicy bit, porn star Pete?
There
Especially,
anything.
right? Especially when you got your electromail going. I mean, your Studniks. Tell me about Bill Cosby, man. What's going on with him?
Well, he confirms he's blind.
Completely, huh?
Yeah.
Means I'll just have to touch my knee.
Yeah, you know, how could I ever do any of these things?
Well, wasn't he just on tour a couple of years ago? But they didn't lead him out with a cane or something.
Yeah, I'm not.
Maybe
I'm
all the
real
stress
sure.
blinded him or something.
I'm not up on that either.
And he, he calls it out and says, I can't see. And also his 40-year-old daughter is getting real defensive for him.
Yeah, she is.
And she's saying that, he loves women. He's not this kind. Well, I have a real problem with her. I understand if this was my father, I'd be like,
You
he's
gotta
great,
kinda,
but he
yeah.
didn't touch me.
Her name is Evan Crosby, by the way. Evan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Evan Crosby. So she says he's not abusive, violent, or a rapist. But, he wasn't abusive or violent or rapist, maybe to her.
Right.
But there's about 50 other women that are saying otherwise.
Well, this is the interesting thing. When he first got into trouble, we talked about it on the show a while back, and one of the folks on the show said, "Well, to me it just sounds like they're setting him up. Maybe they agreed to this type of sexual play back in the day, and now that they could see that they could be." Get something out of it. Now all of a sudden they're coming out of the woodwork.
No.
Do you think that could be the case, or do you think it's just straight?
He's going to trial in June. We'll see. Good luck.
But you don't think that. You think he really just had that devious streak.
Yeah.
Well, why is his wife standing up for him so much?
Because
He's
there's
dying. I mean, he's got maybe a couple years left.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to make it.
They're playing the pity card now. That's what they're going to look. He's sick. He's not going to make
Well,
it.
and yeah, and it used to be America's Dad, so they're like people still remember, like, oh, maybe we should be nicer to Bill Cosby. Or something.
I always felt that he was a little abusive to Theo. No, I'm
You
serious.
mean to the actor on the show you're talking about, or to the other characters?
America's Dad character of
Huxtable.
Cliff Huxtable
Yeah.
was very mean to the son.
Treated the daughters much nicer.
Yeah, and the son ended up at some point they had to try and justify it by saying he had dyslexia or something, and that's why he was stupid.
Did you notice that none of the kids, only the one kid worked after that show, the oldest one, the Lisa Bonet, and even then she only did like a movie.
Well, that's
or
not
two.
true.
Yeah,
Well,
Jamal's. You see Jamal here and there.
Yeah, but you don't really.
That's not true either. You see Keisha
No?
Knight Pullman too. She showed up in like Beauty Shop and although
She's done more than I think most of them.
She's so Raven.
yeah.
What was
and
that? The
Raven
middle. That was the
Simone.
middle daughter, right?
It was actually Rudy,
Right. Oh,
the
Rudy.
youngest, and then there was the Raven Simone character, the Oliver that they brought up.
You know what I like best about the old one? She was the most attractive to me.
Oh, the
Lisa Bonet.
Sonya or whatever. No, the actress was actually another older one.
No, I'm talking about Lisa Bonet because she had that little nose ring. She was so cute. And then she met Lenny Kravitz, and then they had matching nose rings, and they connected them with little,
The
like
chain,
chains and
yeah.
stuff. And then they got a divorce a couple years
Yeah.
ago. It was pretty funny.
That worked out.
Yeah, it was hysterical.
It's kind of like that blood in the vial, All of a sudden, oh, we're so close, we're soulmates, and then all of a sudden, hey, who gets the records? No, you can't have the records. Whatever. It's that kind of thing.
Anyway,
There's a new Tinder app for rich hotties.
in Britain they come up with this. I understand, correct?
Yes, we're not invited.
Of course not. You have to be like way rich. There's
Like
a
how
waiting list
how
here.
rich is way rich?
Let's just say way.
Like Rockefeller rich.
You have to get it to get in. First of all, it's very exclusive.
Yes.
I mean, extremely. There's like a wait list of 20,000 people
Waiting.
waiting. You need to be 24 to 36. You have to list your degree, education, where you went to school, your professional title, the industry, and your people who have to refer you in your application. Then you cross your fingers and you hope. This is for people who value ambition and intelligence above all else.
Doesn't sound that intelligent
Yeah,
to
and
me.
also, you know, ugly failures are not allowed.
Yeah, because they do look at the pictures, each one manually reviewed by a team. So looks are definitely important. You're right. Yeah. Sounds superficial,
So
doesn't it?
it's called the League, and here's how many people would join it. 42% they did an informal poll said no way. 33% said I hate dating apps. 18% said I'm not fancy enough. Those are the people, the low ballers. And then the 7% who say absolutely. So those must be the richest people already.
Well, you would think only the 1% would make it, so.
Well, they probably opened it up to the 7. I wonder what they charge for this app. It must be an astronomical sum.
I have no idea because I will never ever be qualified enough to know. You know, I don't like going to the dentist. I mean, I kind of enjoy it. It's weird. It's like one of them love-hate kind of, you know, sadomasochistic.
Yeah.
But at least they're not using a stone tool on me. Apparently, that's what the most advanced dental care looked like thousands of years ago. You know, they find teeth at the archaeological sites, and scientists think that prehistoric humans actually had a variety of resourceful solutions to dental problems. They drilled out cavities. They sealed crown fractures with beeswax. They used toothpicks to relieve inflamed gums and even extract rotten teeth.
They did what they had to do.
This amazes me because 13,000 years ago, they didn't think that, you know, humans were smart enough to, you know, come up with these ingenuitive, you know, ways of helping teeth.
Ingenious, my friend.
Ingenious? Well, I heard that's how most people died back in those days.
Yeah, it was tooth infection.
Amazing.
It's Connections. We come back. Dr. Ken's couch. Wait, we got through 3 this time.
All right.
So you can rotate those other ones out more. I'm still waiting to talk about Bill Nye. We'll get there.
Hey, when did Bill Nye lose his mind?
In about 10 years ago.
About
man.
10 years,
He went
right?
out the window with global warming.
Yeah, it really did. He went completely insane.
When you're, yeah, so you got 10.
Yeah, would you put it into the situation?
Thousands.
And then push that one, you know, that gray button below the black bar
Yeah,
down.
I got it. All right. We're still going to push that button down.
I know, but I got it down.
Okay.
Well, can you stay? That would be easier for you.
I'm not staying.
All right, fine.
Keep touching on.
I took too long. See if Dr. Ken's going to be here.
Hi, you've reached the
No Dr. Ken tonight. No Dr. Ken tonight. He ain't available. We'll have to fill. We'll have to fill. No Dr. Ken tonight. No, Will, I just got to pee.
I just can't hear.
That's a guarantee. So call the student loan hotline right now. 800-819-8307. 800-819-8307. 800-819-8307.
Do you use the expensive blue or yellow pills to charge your sex life?
Hi guys, how are you? Dr. Ken's couch is going to be empty.
If you pay $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners.
There we go.
Our pills deliver the exact same results for less than $3.
I'm just saying hello.
More than $16 a pill.
I'm doing good, guys.
And right now, radio callers will get 4 blue or yellow pills for $120 with
I'm just
free
trying to-
discreet shipping. You can save more than $7.
Is that what I need? Yeah, there we go.
Charge
How we all
yourself
doing?
now.
Okay?
Save a ton of money. Call
Yeah?
now and get your 40
So,
pills and save
I was talking about
over
Lisa Lampanelli before. one of my favorite comedians. I also like Wanda. Love me some Wanda. You know, she's funny. Got one more minute, and everybody's abandoned me. It's okay. I'm just right here. Oh, you'll fill in? Okay. Alright, fair enough. Got to call in about your best sexual experience? What do you think? Or your worst? 844-4-TALK-UP. That's 844-4-TALK-UP. Okay, I have to sit down and play radio now. Hi, Lorenda. All better?
All is well.
Well, look at you. Okay, if you look, we have more left over from the beginning, the best sex.
Oh, sure, we'll go back to that.
Or we can go down to...
Or we could finish the
online dating disasters, which is at the end of the show.
Can we continue with the juicy bit?
Worse.
I like the
Worse sexual experiences.
Yeah, where's is that? Yeah, the next.
Why don't we finish
No, I
best?
mean our
Why
own
don't we
personal.
finish? Why don't we finish best sexual experiences they ever had? Because we didn't get through all of them.
Right? There's a lot, like many few left.
That's a lot of fun. We'll just do more of those because it goes along with the initial theme, which is a continuation.
Yeah, I think we got to.
It's all good. I didn't give Dr. Ken a lot of lead time, but I kind of told him every other, week. But you know what?
You didn't.
He should know.
Oh
He
my
should
God!
just-
It's time to play radio.
Just. This is Connections, connecting with you 5 nights a week, 10 to midnight. We are Nightcap. I guess you could just call us the show that makes you laugh and makes you think that everything might be okay.
Put you to bed.
We do, but not too early.
Oh no, it's only. Jeez, it's 10:30 something.
I mean, we're just in the shank of the evening now, for
Keep in
goodness
mind,
sakes.
we are live. So if you want to check in, you may do so. 844-4-TALK-UP. 844-4-TALK-UP.
That's it.
Pornstar Pete is with us tonight.
How you doing?
I'm good. We're talking about, your best sexual experience. We've had a few people write in with some suggestions about things that happened.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But we're going to have to make them a little more PG than R and X rated. So just bear with us, all right? So, let's see. All right.
So we were talking about some of the best sexual experiences people have had. Or, I don't know if this is best, or this sounds like worse. This would be under the worst kind.
Well, what about you, Blackjack?
What
What's your
my-
best
what-
sexual experience?
It was the time when I was in a kitchen, and I was with about 8 different really sexy couples, and we were highly intoxicated. We were enjoying a great party. There was lights, there was music, and then I said, "Hey, everybody." Well, actually, I said, "Hey, sexy people, let's go have an orgy." And everybody followed me in, and we proceeded to have an orgy.
Wow, you led the charge.
I did.
That's
And, and it was interesting because you didn't know which body began and which body ended. It was quite interesting.
Yes. Oh, all of our callers just hung up. Keep trying to call. I'm sorry. It's kind of weird, but we don't have a light yet.
We're getting a light. We're going to get a light that's going to be bright and it's going to go whoa.
Trying to get 844-4-TALK-UP. Sorry. I know you guys have wanted to describe your best and worst sexual experiences. Here's one here that I always wanted to sleep with an older woman, and man, oh man, did my dreams come true. Melissa, she was 50. I'm 24. I always wanted to sleep with an older woman. My dreams came true. I may not have slept with a lot of women prior to her, but every time it's the best sex ever. 50 years old. That does go with the scheme of things, though. Remember that, what is it, half your age?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like half your age and plus a year or something like that. Yeah. Don't go less than half your age.
Or more than half your age.
Which would mean I couldn't go below 18. Hi, this is Connections. Who's this?
This is Bob.
Hi, Bob.
What's up, Bob? Tell us about what's going on with you tonight.
Well, I had a sexual experience that happened faster than Building 7's collapse.
Oh, God.
Wow. All right, Bob, tell us about it, but
Yeah.
Just tell us about it, but remember we're on live radio, so.
Of course. Yeah, show the Dawn's footprints in about 6 seconds, all 47 stories, falling down at free fall speed, not hit by any airplane, at 5:20 in the afternoon, and yet we're told to believe the official story.
That sounds like quite a sexual experience, man. Thank you, Bob. We appreciate that. It's quite interesting.
Thanks,
Peace.
man. Yeah. Hey, I gotta tell you, conspiracy sex is the best.
Yeah, because you could do it as a role play thing. I like it. You know, I like that.
Please explain. I'm not quite sure I'm getting the conspiracy.
Bob had the best sex, but he said the wrong time. But he's had the best sex when the Twin Towers.
I think he was talking about Tower 7, which collapsed at 5:37, but was a frame structure and would not, under normal circumstances, have collapsed from a fire. I think that's what he was trying to say.
Oh. Did you see that? Told you, man. Conspiracy theories make me hot.
Well, it is 10:37, so you know what the hell.
Oh, there's one. Lynn said breakup sex is the best. 2 weeks after we separated, we ended up back between the sheets. I don't know what made it so good. Perhaps we still had some strong feelings for each other. It was the longest we'd also gone without sex, so.
Nice.
Here's mind-blowing sex. Pure coincidence, bad timing. Met my boyfriend and I hadn't had sex in 2 weeks.
Just the Twin Towers.
Considering we normally go 4 times, the best caller since I've started doing this show. Go 4 times a week. This was awful. So that Friday we had a date, and I was texting him long paragraphs of what I wanted to do to him all day while we were at work. And I convinced him to pick me up from the gym, so I come out all sweaty, you know, makes him more musky.
Yeah.
I started nibbling at his neck, then I got naked right there in the parking lot, and he reached over with one hand. Once we got to his garage, we did the deed right there in the car.
Yeah.
Then again when we got into the domicile, later again that night, and then the next morning. Just the anticipation and build-up, absolutely positively mind-blowing. Melissa Fox, tell us about your sexiest sexual experience, your
I
best.
just had it when Bob called. Where were
No,
you?
you got to give it to us. Come on now, we shared, you got to share too.
Well, when I found out we never went to the moon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, give it to us. We're going to wait patiently. Right, 4-Star Pete?
Yeah, I'm patient.
So tell us about what's the one that really blew your mind in all the years you were
Oh no,
having
this
sex.
is the worst sex.
No, give me the best one.
Let me give you the worst.
All right, give me the worst one.
Okay, so this is a long time ago. I was going out with this gal, and she made this really nice meal for me. This roast beef, real nice one, piece of meat too.
You still remember? It must have been nice.
Well, yeah, it was, but she had actually shoved half cloves of garlic into the meat. Okay, when it cooked, and you're supposed to take it out, I think. All I know is that I didn't realize it was there, and I also didn't realize that apparently I'm really prone to acid reflux and heartburn, and I'm a radio person, so I'm like, you know, we're getting ready to get down, and all of a sudden it was like, whoa, wow, I'm having chest pain. Yeah,
it hit you just about as you were ready to just dive on down in there.
Kind of on my knees. I was like,
oh, so you know, those comedy movies when the face goes like blank, and then it goes. You start hearing the.
Yeah. So, anyway, that was one of the worst. Okay.
Here's another one along the lines of the earlier story. Neither one of us wanted to stop. 4-Star Pete, why is that? Tell me about this. Neither one wanting to stop.
Oh no.
Well, it was with my wife in our own bed, lying side by side in the morning. Then all of a sudden, both of our kids, 6 and 3, burst into the room and jumped on the bed.
Nice.
The thing was, neither of us wanted to stop, and so we just kept very slow motion going.
It's like going into almost like standby mode.
Yeah.
It's very.
They said it was exquisitely tantalizing, and the raw desire was intoxicating. The kids were still on the bed goofing around. We were subtle enough, and they didn't know anything. As far as they knew, we were just cuddling. Eventually, we had to stop. No climax, but it still ranks really, really high in my favorite list.
Kind of like the secret sex in a way. That secret sex.
I don't think I could do that. I mean, I know.
You would lose your, lose your deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's one.
No, I don't know if you can do number 12, can
No, I can do this one.
you?
My ex-girlfriend and I skipped a class during our second year of college. She had the house to herself, so we picked Mary Jane up, went over to her place. We smoked a little, started banging on her IKEA bed, which was secured to one of the walls of her room. Had that wooden frame.
You don't want to bang on that thing too much.
Halfway
man.
through, the wooden supports underneath the mattress started giving out. We hear these loud cracking noises. It's pretty hot though, so we kept going until most of the supports had broken. The thought that the bed was breaking to our intensity only kept us going, you know what I'm saying? By the time we were done, only the outer frame was left standing. We were so loud by this point that we did not hear her grandfather walk into the house until we started knocking on the door of her room, asking loudly, "Are you okay?" I quickly snapped out of it in fear that we'd get caught, put my pants on, realized her window was the only option. Crawled out her second floor window directly above a staircase and proceeded to jump out. She opens up a French movie we've been watching some days before on her laptop, volume full blast, and sneaks out the front door. As her grandfather announces, he's going to the bathroom to retrieve tools to get the door open. She met me by her car, brought my clothes with her. We drove to a pier laughing about the incident, and suddenly we start going at it again in the back of her car right there in plain daylight. We were at a loss for words after we finished. I still remember her fast breathing as she broke into a small chuckle here and there. This eventually got us to try new and more exciting things. After that, though, it was nothing like that first time. Sigh.
Yeah, that could have went horribly.
Ain't nothing like the first time, baby. How about she rode me like Seabiscuit? I was 21 and high. Best sex I've ever had. She rode me like Seabiscuit.
She wanted to sit on my lap and go at it about 10 minutes into the movie.
Oh.
I actually went to see The Sum of All Fears in the theaters with my girlfriend. We were one of like 3 or 4 couples in the place. So she said, let's go to the back. I'm thinking to myself that, I'll get some, little kissing and grabbing during the movie and take it back home afterwards and finish the night off. Nope, she decided she wanted to sit on my lap and go at it about 10 minutes into the movie. Her trying to keep quiet during the act was very high. Well, it came time for me to finish, and she just grabbed onto my legs and kept me from getting away. That one is definitely still stored away in the spank bank.
The old spank bank. That's like the money. What is the money bush? You got the spank bank, and then you got the money bush.
Yeah, I got the money bush.
And you got ugly pretty. Ugly pretty. These are your words of the week. You need to remember these. There's going to be a test on Friday. We have so much more coming your way. I can't even believe
You got Kim Cameron coming along with Jono De Leon. So more about that and what that's all about.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Should be
Guns
really-
over, guitars over guns.
Mhm.
Not the other way around. This is Connections.
Okay.
Okay, so let me, am I waiting for, okay. For your call.
Hi guys! Like to come on Facebook. It's about, it's up to Anna. Best was mine.
I can try it. Jono De Leon.
I love Wanda Sykes, right, Bray? I'm just saying. What's up, Dana? Hashtag ugly pretty. Hashtag money bush. Hashtag bro globes.
Hi, Jono. Oh, put me in queue if you don't mind. Hey, Jono, you there, man?
Hello?
Hi, is this Jono?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me, man? Can you hear me? Why can't he hear me? He should be able to hear me.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. No? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? I can hear you. Can you hear me? Come in.
Worst
Come in,
Verizon
Joe.
commercial ever.
Come in, Jono. Let me try something. I'll call you right back.
Try your microphone.
It always works with this. I never have a problem. Let me try something else. I'm going to reboot. Well, you know, technology, right? It's great when it works.
McDonald's calls frequent buyers on their food
Let me
heavy
try
users.
Kim Cameron. Hey man, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm gonna add Kim Cameron now to this situation here. Hopefully. I don't know. Let me try. Then we'll hit add. Let's see. I don't see her. Kim? You can hear me though, Jono, right?
Yes, I can.
Hey, why don't you...
It's John.
Oh, Jono, sorry, man.
Hey. Hey, Kim.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, can we hear everybody now? You and Jono?
Yay! Yes, everybody's on.
Sorry, I thought it was Jono because of Bono, but it's Bono, like Jono. Like...
Hey, hang on, guys. We're coming back from break in just a little
Kim
bit.
Cameron gets my crazy humor. That's why we love each other so much.
Fair enough.
We do love each other.
What do you mean why no Facebook Live?
What? What's going on?
I'll start it off, and then after the song, I'll hand it over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, where'd you go?
It's right there.
Oh shit. You still there?
Where'd you go?
Hello?
Yeah, push the button.
Hello? Are you there, Kim?
Looks like you lost her.
Kim? Can you hear me?
I'm not sure there why you didn't get a notice.
Dang it.
After this video's over, click and get
Hey, Kim?
notifications.
Hey, Kim? Son of a bitch. Let me try it. I can't take it.
Can't?
Not this shit. It's like ridiculous already. It's too much. It's like trying to do too much on this thing. Hey, you guys there?
Yes.
And you can both hear me?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. We'll have you on shortly in just a moment.
Great, thanks.
Thank God for little favors. It's awesome.
The tax doctor is here.
And I'm spent. Somebody please rub my head and feed me grapes. Somebody feed me grapes right now. Really, I'm feeling a bit verklempt.
Hey, George. I'm music teacher. I did Danny Zuko today. That's right. Yeah, I saw these things. You guys are funny.
Can you get us Real Radio 104.1 for Polos, Melissa Fox? Is this possible? That we could.
Actually, yeah, you buy these little things and you put them on your shirt.
It's awesome.
That's how they get it. It's just,
Oh, is it? And they whatever
they
shirt
made
you
it
got?
for their own fucking shirt. Well, they made us pay $250 for this, but that was back in the day.
Jono DeLeon.
Hey, guys.
Jono DeLeon.
He wants to be able to have his cake and not eat it. Objection moved to strike.
People are still writing my fart jokes.
Pressure, baby. We don't feel it. You know why? Because we're connecting with you 5 nights a week. I'm so excited to have our next guest. She comes on every Wednesday. She is the one, the only, the beautiful Kim Cameron. She has a special guest tonight, Jono DeLeon. So, Kim Cameron, without further ado.
So tonight is a very special night because we're debuting a song called Beautiful. So Beautiful is a song that's inspired by Christina Aguilera, written by Linda Perry. But we decided to take 10 different artists across the United States and do our own version of my remix. It's not really a remix because we're not including Christina on this. All of the proceeds of the song are going to go to an organization that's very near and dear to my heart. It's called Guitars Over Guns. It's a nonprofit organization that's dedicated to African-American kids who basically want to learn music. And we've sort of located programs. This is kind of one of those areas where we've gotten back with much. And so we just recently finished the song Beautiful. We filmed a music video in Miami with 10 of the kids from the program. The idea behind the song video was that we all come from different walks of life. Each offers a different need and some art gifts that builds a community. So here we go. First time on radio is Beautiful.
I really love this video, by the way. I want you to know that. You guys can't hear because we have somebody on Skype. You have to go to connectionshow.com to get the full audio.
who did the remix? Kim, you're singing. Is it Jono who did the remix, or? Oh, he's a CEO, man. Nice, nice, nice.
Wow.
Well, Jono, can you please send us a JPEG of your smile via Facebook at our Connections Facebook page, facebook.com/Connection Show, so we can show it to the beautiful Melissa Fox, get her take on your smile.
Yes, please.
But Jono, this is great, man. I like the whole idea of an organization called Guitars Over Guns. Number one, because I had music in my high school, and it does disturb me that they're getting rid of music programs and art programs. And plus, we got to get rid of guns, especially in the inner city among the youth. So, I mean, it just, to me, right off the bat, it sounds like a cool organization. I wasn't aware of it before Kim told me about it. But no, it's really cool, man. It's a great idea.
Wow, Jono, where do we get more information about Guitars Over Guns? Perfect.
Hey, tell me, how'd you get the idea to start this organization?
Wow. Dang, well, that's pretty good stuff there. That is really, really impressive. And do you have any events coming up that we need to talk about?
Well, we're running out of time here, but thank you guys so much for coming in and talking about what you're doing with guns, the getting rid of the guns, the guitars over guns. That's really cool.
Congratulate Kim, will you? You know you want to.
I love Kim. Kim, what did you win? You won this amazing award recently. And that's awesome, man. And that wasn't expected. You just they kind of gave you this. Wow.
Sweet.
Congratulations, truly.
We love that you're emerging with us. We're both emerging together as butterflies emerge from the cocoon. Yes, please.
Right on.
Jono.
Thank you, Jono.
Thank you, Jono.
And thank you, Kim Cameron. We'll see you again next Wednesday.
See you
Bye,
guys. See you in Miami. Peace. This is Connections, the wonderful abilities of Skype.
Do you use the expensive blue or yellow?
Thank you guys for bearing with us. It was actually an interesting interview. Check out guitarsoverguns.org.
Yeah, if you ever want to listen, you can just go to connectionsshow.com and we run this feed so that you can hear stuff a little differently than on the Facebook. Eventually, we're going to get this thing wired in so that you can hear the same, but we're working on that. We're working on all this magic, but you know, one step at a time.
Oh, magic! $120 with free discreet shipping. You can
You know, Bill Cosby, that thing reminds me of the guy, the mob guy in New York, and he pretended to be crazy so he would never go to jail. He just walked around in his bathroom. I think it was Vincent the Chin Gigante, and so he, or Gigante. But I think Vinny the Chin used to walk around like this. He'd go inside, he'd be the boss, he'd come out and walk around in the bathroom. Really, I think he just like walking around in the bathroom, kind of like what they do with, you know. I'm gonna get back to Playboy. I'm gonna get my subscription back. They brought the nudity back. But yeah, I want to meet Hugh Hefner before he.
Who wants to meet Hugh Hefner?
Yeah, I love to live. You guys arrange that for me to hang out with Hugh Hefner. That would be a big thrill for me. That would be a big thrill for me.
Bankers and mega money managers know, and you don't. They're expecting another financial crisis. And
Okay,
over time,
Facebook.
gold and silver win. Silver is trading below its production costs.
All right.
It's predicted to
What
double
you doing?
in 2020.
What's up,
I'm gonna do a little thing here.
What are you doing over there, porn star Pete?
Okay, a little juicy bits on the side here. Now I can't promise you these are true. They say they are. One example, in Uganda, they say 50% of the population is under 15 years old.
Really?
Makes it kind of a chemo paradise, don't it? Not good though. Hey Chris, how you doing? Yeah, Danny Zuko. Good duet. I love that. All right. Did you know that? Well, I knew Facebook was banned in China, but Skype and Twitter are also banned in China.
Really?
Yeah. The Titanic was the first ship to use the SOS signal. I don't know. I guess it worked kinda. Let's see here. What else we got? What does a sheep, duck, and a rooster have in common? They were the first passengers in a hot air balloon.
And we eat their lips.
And we eat their lips.
That's good stuff. Good stuff, Pete.
3% of the
I like it.
Antarctic glaciers is penguin urine.
Oh.
I gotta look that one up.
You can come meet us. Come meet us tomorrow or come meet us on Saturday. Oh, I mooned you. Sorry.
Soft opening. Soft opening. Welcome to the show. It's Connections. I didn't realize Fergie. You know Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas, right?
All that.
She was in an episode of Married with Children. I just learned this thing, and I wanted to share it with you on Connections, because that's what we do.
You know that Fergie was on a kid show forever, right?
No, I didn't. I don't know too much of the history before the Black Eyed Peas. What was she on? Like one of the Nickelodeon shows or something?
Yeah, I forget what it was, but she was one of them child stars, and then she got all hooked up on meth. Now she's clean, and she and Josh Duhamel are having a good time.
Tough that meth stuff, isn't it? Wouldn't it be Porn Star P? It's
Yes.
not something I'd ever want to mess with. Is meth.
No, don't want
Just
to
sounds
mess with
like
it at all.
don't want to meth.
Meth around.
Don't be messing around.
Mm-hmm.
We got a great show, of course. Hour 2 starting up in just a couple minutes. This is kind of a little preview. We're talking about good and bad sexual experiences.
We're going to talk about bad ones. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you about one of my last male experiences.
You mean with a male?
Yeah, with a guy.
Well, whatever happened with him, he must have
Probably
done
wasn't good.
kind of hell of a bad job because you went,
When I'd been there, I went back.
you went back. You tried to get back, and then you went back. You're like, oh, this. I don't want to deal with this stuff.
No, seriously, it's all good. So we'll start off the next hour with that little story. We're going to talk about disastrous sexual encounters.
Right, we talked about the good stuff last hour. Now we'll talk about the crazy stuff.
Indeed.
A little bit nutty.
Which for some reason I seem to remember more of those. even
Why
though
is
I've-
that, right?
I don't know, because I've had more, better experiences, obviously, but it's the bad ones that stick out.
Hang in there. We're going to catch up with our affiliates. Be right back. Connections.
Do you know someone who has a drinking problem?
It's quite a show, isn't it?
What's that?
It's quite a show we're doing tonight.
Always. All right, I got to set this shit up.
If you were
I
someone
think this is going to be one of the hallmark shows here. Are you feeling it right?
Free help may be
Actually,
available.
that sounded
Call
really
our recovering
good.
addiction specialist now at the Detox and Treatment Help.
We're doing some
They'll help
interesting
you
stuff.
get
That's what I
clean
like.
And give you a total rehab in a beautiful.
Well, my whole thing was, let's make sure we're in the right spot to be on, and then we can start having some fun.
Quitting alcohol and getting sober.
A small child can actually fit in a whale's veins.
Make this free confidential call now before someone dies.
800-360-0311.
In England, in the 1880s, pants was considered a dirty word.
Pants?
Pants.
Like they were what? Like knickers? Like it would be knickers?
No, knickers is underwear.
Right, but that's kind of
Mr.
dirty,
and Mrs.
right?
Rosen,
Your
I'm sorry.
panties, your knickers?
I'm sorry
Your
that I
knickers?
gave a babysitter cancer and recommended me. I'm sorry I've never watched
If
Twins
Lizzie
before.
was here, she'd tell you she hangs
I'm
her
sorry
knickers
the
from a
moment you
tree.
left,
She
they
was
tore through the house
She
like
would hang what?
seasoned sailors on shore leave.
Her panties from a tree?
And I'm sorry I retreated to the kitchen.
I would. I know what you said.
Knickers.
Yes, yes.
I'm
yes.
sorry I was
Some of
working
these
my
just
way
I'm
like-
ignoring you, Fox.
in caramel
I know.
as they were working their way for a box of permanent markers. I'm sorry that I
Naughty.
didn't stop
You
you
naughty,
so
naughty
hard
girl,
to
you.
have it. And I'm
Says
sorry
birds
that
don't
ink
urinate.
covers
I
every
guess
inch
it's
of their
just-
skin,
They
the
just
walls,
bird shit on you.
and the cat. I'm sorry that
happened?
I once
They
faced
don't- they don't
him
urinate,
looks
they
like
just-
the
they
side
just-
of a
it's just bird shit.
perfume-tagged New York subway.
They only
And
go
I'm
one
really
way.
sorry you
It's
fainted
white.
when you saw them.
So they don't.
I'm
They don't
sorry
pee.
I
They
asked your
poop.
husband for my
Yeah,
money.
they just.
In the,
And
you
I'm
mean when
sorry
they're in the air?
tomorrow's
You're
school
talking
picture
about.
day.
Yeah.
It says
I'm
that
sorry
all
I
that they
was
don't urinate whatsoever. Yeah, they
Kindest
just fly
regards,
around and drop
Tara
bombs,
Watts,
white bombs.
babysitter and Milky Way eater.
Interesting.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's do this. This is called Connections. We kick ass on a daily basis. That's what we do.
Take names.
Live from the Connections Studio Suites, it's Connections. Connections is relationship radio.
Last time I was with a guy, it was an interesting scenario. A little bit drunk, a little bit high, a little bit of Doors playing in the background, and his face in my money bush.
Connections is relationship radio.
You know, there's a movie called Outside Providence, I believe is the name of it, and Alec Baldwin's in it. And he says something about equating sex to Chinese food, and it ain't over until you both get your cookies. I got my cookies left. And, yeah, this would not be the first time. But I did, yeah. I was like, you know what, all right, thanks. And, yeah, left them.
High and
Damn.
dry.
Yeah. Blue.
What did you do that on purpose, or it
Nah.
just kind of worked out
Just
that way?
fell flat. I'm just like, yeah, no.
That's it. I'm done.
We're done. Sorry. Momentary lapse of reasoning.
See, it's just not us guys that are pretty like that.
No, I got mine.
Yeah, you did get yours. We're talking about the when you get it good and when you get it not so good tonight on Connections. Also, we are taking your calls. 844-4TALK-UP. 8444 talk up.
So let's talk about the worst sexual experiences. We've had a few people that have written into us, and they want to tell us the worst sex and what made it so terrible.
Yes.
This gal says the dude had no rhythm at all. It was a really weird set of thrusts. So I thought, what the heck? I'll take control, and started working on the old reverse cowgirl, you know. And then he continued the weird, uncoordinated, non-rhythmic thrusts.
So there's just something wrong there between the brain and the pelvis.
Yeah, she must have been a little bit country, and he must have been a little bit rock and roll.
Something like that. How about this really bad aim guy? And this has actually happened too. This guy, he put himself between my butt cheeks, got off, never realized he wasn't actually inside. It wasn't deliberate.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Well, you got to understand that there's flappage, and the width of the flappage can approximate situations.
Fair enough.
How about getting crushed by the sex?
That's happened.
So this was with an ex-boyfriend, a pretty small person, the girl says. He's a big plus dude, 6'3", 250. On top of me, refusing to use his arms to support his upper body. Just kind of laying on her like you would on a Craftmatic.
Resting his chest on her entire body.
Kept telling him that, could you just prop yourself up? But he kept saying his arms were tired. So I was basically suffocating. I started wheezing loudly, needing my emergency inhaler. And to make things worse, he got mad at me for ruining the moment.
Oh.
That's wrong.
Yeah, that's
Please,
fat
please, you fat bastard, get the hell off of me!
I met a girl whose Hummer technique involved a lot of teeth.
You know, the teeth.
She also tried to deep throat, which ended up painfully bending my member.
Oh.
She didn't really understand the whole throat part.
No, you don't bend a knee. No.
What he didn't mention is she was a sword swallower in the circus, and you know, she overdid it.
No, that'd be the next guy.
Well, tell me about this next guy.
He says I was at a party, and me and this girl were getting chummy, and we were both drinking. But I think I got a little more drunk than she did. As the party died down, our immediate friend says, hey, I'll take you to a back room and maybe, give you a BJ. And I slur out, yeah. She starts to go to town. Now, I'm not sure what happened yet, but one of us moved in suddenly. Her jaws clenched on my manhood, broke the skin. I start gushing blood. She starts freaking out, but I'm so drunk, I think it's hilarious. So I just wrapped the whole thing in some tissues to stop bleeding, headed back to the living room, and decided to show my friends.
Look what happened to me.
Apparently, remember I'm drunk, I burst into the room, my pants around my ankles, loudly singing, she tried to eat my hi-ho, the dairy-o, she tried to eat my... Then, after my performance, I went to bed in the dining room. The girl left crying in shame with all of her friends, so none of my friends got laid, but mine were still at least nice enough to put a Band-Aid on my dick and use it as, give me a towel to use as a blanket.
Well, this one says, what's going on with this biting? I met a guy on eHarmony after our second date who went to his apartment to basically get drunk and get down. So he goes down. After a few minutes, I end up in excruciating pain. I look down and see blood everywhere. It seems he actually bit a piece off of her.
The JJ?
The wrong way to do a pap smear, buddy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they actually lost a piece.
You know, here's good advice. Don't over cologne your man piece.
Yeah.
Don't over cologne your man sword. You know, this girl dated a guy for a few weeks. Then it came sex time, where they were naked and making out. Then she, made her move to visit the nether regions. And it smelled very strong of cologne. Never dealt with that before, but she continued giving him mouth hugs.
Okay.
It was cologne and a lot of it. Her mouth was, full of it. Her eyes, her nose started to burn, and she started to throw up. It wouldn't get that taste out of her mouth and off her face for days. It was Drakkar.
Drakkar Noir. I used to wear that stuff.
So did every lesbian butch that I ever knew. Horde and
Was that the one? Was that the
sometimes
the
Old
fragrance?
Spice too. If you get a real thing out there, yeah, that would just pour on
Drakkar
Old
Noir.
Spice.
Man, I was Mr. Drakkar Noir in 1989. Let me tell you. Well, no, don't do that. You don't over cologne the dealio. So I was with this girl. She was kind of an emo. You know? What is that, like goth light? Yeah, I could deal with that. She also liked it kind of rough. Of course, I'm also okay with that. We were having the sex one night. She wanted me to choke her.
Oh.
I said, okay, cool. Do a little joke and try to make her happy. She keeps saying she wants to be choked harder and harder. I said, okay, I'll keep doing this. Finally tells me, choke her until she taps me on the shoulder.
Until I tap out.
She wanted to be choked out just
Go
about.
to sleep. I want to go to sleep.
So I finally start choking her the way she wants, but at this point I'm scared the girl's going to die. I release my death grip. She slaps me in the face and says, choke me harder, you bitch. So I just start doing something else to her and then choking her as hard as I can, and I'm about to, reach my deal. And then I want to get it over with. I don't want to kill anybody. And of course she could tell I was about to do that, and she told me to do that, not outside.
No,
but,
not in. Oh, she did. Oh, yeah.
So if maybe she wants to be impregnated, as they say. So he does something else and finishes that something else. She's not pleased. She Spider-Mans me.
Yeah, he did it
Sitting
all over
here,
her belly.
and of course she's really angry
Spider-Man?
because I A, didn't kill her, and B, didn't risk impregnating her.
So wait,
before
she did a little Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah, rubs the lotion on its skin.
No, it's the other one. When she visits Dr. Lecter in the prison cell, and you hear in the background, if you really listen, you know. And then when she walks by, it's a slap. She gets hit with that big old.
Oh yeah.
Juicy.
And now I remember the scene when she's walking by.
Yeah, kids are right in the hair. Good times.
Yeah, this is good times.
That was the first for you, Jody. I'm sorry. Did I say that?
Oh.
All right. So what do we got? We're coming back.
So much stuff I can't even believe it. We got
things
you can go wrong. We got 23 real life dating disasters. I'm a weekly artist. Let's not forget the news thing coming up before the end.
Okay.
It's happening fast. You got to stick with it. Don't go to bed. This is Connections. What do you think of the show so far? Mucho gracias, baby, right there, right in the heart. I got a heart on for you.
Good links, man. Real good.
Yeah, nice links. These are spicy. I see you wearing that red shirt. Now I understand the connection. It's like 4-Star Pete putting a red shirt on. That's right. That's right. Been 4 months I haven't seen the guy in a red shirt. I'm like, damn, he pulled the red shirt out.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
All right, so let me tell you about my first time, and it wasn't a very good time. Okay, I was young, young teenager, and so it was my first time. I was actually staying at a friend's house, a dude, and we were waiting for this girl to come by. Supposedly we were gonna have a little drink, and then get together and do some stuff. And I didn't know how any of this worked. I was still young. I mean, I'm talking like 14. So, hi Jessica, and hi James. So yeah, so she ends up surprisingly, hi Rara, Chris, Pook. So finally she comes to the door, which we weren't even sure, because by this time it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So she comes to the door, and we're like, all right, we're gonna get lucky, because my friend had never been late either. So yeah, so we both were like really happy to see her. So then we kind of do a little, rock, scissors, paper on who gets first dibs. I win. I get first dibs. Well, all of a sudden, they're calling me Iron Man because I can't finish the job. I like the girl, but, he's watching me in the background, and it's my first time, and she's, like, saying things that I'm really not used to. So it was kind of, funny, and at some point, my friend got so angry at me that he took this, it was a TV Guide clip that his mom had, to find the right pages, and he threw it at me and hit me right in the head, right in the middle of like, you know, doing this girl. So I never finished the job. I ended up having to give him his turn. And so I was called.
People are saying great show on here.
I was called Iron Man for a little while there until I had to fix that.
Thanks, guys.
But yeah, that's my first story. Not the best.
That's a good story.
Good number.
I was with this chick once. She went down on me. And when I got up, I was totally like, it looked like I pissed the bed. I'm like, what the fuck? It wasn't me. She was a slob.
What are you talking? She was a big squirter, or?
No, it was me.
Was she drooling?
She was doing me, and she was drooling all over the place.
Well, some people are big droolers, Fox. They got big salivary glands. It's true. We know these things because we do a radio show. It's true. It's what we do. We research. We know things that you only want to know. And then we'll tell you.
I could be arrested for my Google history.
Oh, yeah.
know that you don't. They're expecting another
Rochelle Marie Bilski. I still will say this: as many of these Facebook profile pictures I've seen, yours is still.
Yours is still the best.
Hers and Dana's are kind of like tied. I think it's Ray and Dana.
Ah, Ray, that's funny.
Get the. But there's something about I like she's got what they call a Dutch angle on her picture, which is when it's slightly off kilter. Yeah, it adds a certain amount of tension to the image.
Thank you guys all for watching.
I like that you know about Dutch angles, Fox. I'm really impressed with that.
I love it, baby. Guys, stick with us. We're coming back now.
Not a lot of people know about that. It's pretty good.
It's Connections.
Is this a rehearsal or is this my take? Shh.
People who run this place are absolute idiots.
I really like not knowing what's going to happen next.
We're all over social media, as you know. Follow us on Instagram, Connections FM. We will follow you back. Also, everyone seems to really be enjoying our Facebook Live feed.
Connection Show.
Just go to Connections, put Connection Show up at the top. You know what a little search thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Want to say hi to our friends like Rochelle and Braid and Mercedes
and everybody new, too. All you new folks.
A lot of new people.
If you're listening on Road Radio 104.1 in Orlando, we really appreciate it very much. You know, we are live. And that's why people like Bob can check in and tell us about how their best sex experience was actually about a 911 conspiracy.
I don't think you'll ever forget that call, will you?
No, man. I told you, conspiracy theories are hot.
They are hot.
844-4-TALK-UP. 844-4-TALK-UP.
That's right, phone lines are
call
open.
us because we won't bite like the last few stories you heard. We don't bite like that.
Yeah, we're not going to take off a piece of your vulva.
I'll nibble, but I will not remove skin.
I can't believe this show tonight. Anyway, here's 7 things that can go wrong during sex and how you can avoid them. Because we heard about the good stuff at the beginning of the show. Then we heard about the not so good stuff, right? You know, a couple minutes ago. So now what we're going to talk about is how sex is kind of messy. When it's good, it's great. When it's bad, it's bad. Except if you're a guy, even bad sex is still pretty good right before it starts.
Yeah, at least okay.
Well,
you know, it's never like.
Okay, so we have compiled a list of 7 bad things that can happen during sex. And if you find something that really turns you off, well, we're talking about this, chances are you are not alone. How about this? Number 1, they will not visit the mothers.
Yeah, that's...
No downtown.
Now, most women, like myself, really enjoy oral sex, but unfortunately not enough of them are getting it. I will tell you that. That is not you guys getting yours, but us getting our cookies.
You know what? I make it a special point, and this has been since day 1 of my relationship with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
It's at least, you know, it's one of the first things I do. I enjoy it. You know, it's kind of, you know, it's a little bit selfish. It's not like I'm trying to please her. I want to do it.
Okay.
You know? So
Sounds like you want to do it like right now. I think
I'm thinking about it.
I think it's that. Tell me more about this stud mix that we're
It
taking.
must be working because I'm all riled up
I
right
mean,
now.
yeah,
sweating,
we got this stud mix.
turning red like a hippo.
Look, I'm just saying, certain sexual trends would suggest it's easier for a girl to wrap her lips around you than for a guy to place his head between a woman's legs.
I agree. I know a lot of guys who just won't do this.
Who won't go down?
Yeah.
But it's awesome.
You know what that is? That's refusing a girl a perfectly good chance to have an orgasm.
Right.
Some guys are all about just themselves.
It
I guess.
implies
It's like
that
selfish.
maybe there's something you don't like about her.
Could be that, or just they just want to be the receiver. Some people, I guess, are just see me. I enjoy the taste sensation. You know, it's better than an Oreo.
Well, it's weird because you guys will put your penis anywhere. I mean, let's be honest. But
Well, pretty much.
Why not your tongue?
I'm with you. I'm with you there.
Sign of a great lover.
Well, you know, in certain cultures, they say that's the dirty place, and so they teach the kids not to go down, the boys not to go down there, and the girls they teach them to try out the banana to make it know what they're doing. So I think there's definitely a different kind of view on these things, but
Another thing that can go wrong is being insecure about your body.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that just sets the wrong tone.
Once repeat, sex is something that you want to experience with all your senses, right?
Yes.
Sight, smell, taste, etc. So isn't it a little awkward if one of you is reluctant to let the other fully experience them in that way? You know, doesn't want to take the clothes off or wants the lights down.
Yeah, there should be no, no issues, no barriers that are blocking you. Right. No shame in it. You know, we're animals. You guys are doing animal things. That's a perfect time to be the animal that you are.
And the other thing is, if they're already sleeping with you, more than likely they enjoy your body, even the areas that you might not be so crazy about. You know, I mean, maybe they like to play with you a little.
People seem to forget that, for example, my wife, I've looked at her more than she's looked at herself.
Oh.
And I try to remind her this, I said, you look in the mirror and this, well, I'm looking at you all the time. I know what you look like. There's no surprise here.
Surprise.
So when you take your clothes off, I'm not like, oh my God, and I know what what to expect.
I mean, you've seen it before.
Right, and more than she has, so.
I look at it every day. Another problem, if you're not able to laugh at the little things, and again, we're talking about sex here, okay? Sex really should be a comedy, not a tragedy, all right? Because
well, you gotta laugh about it.
Well, it's a little strange, it's a little gross, as I told a little story on our Facebook Live.
Yeah, you're moving things in and out, whatever they're doing.
Bodily fluids are flying out.
Oh,
maybe somebody farts, that happens. It sneaks out, or a queef.
I've been squirted in the eye before.
That happens too. I once had a partner who got so sweaty in the sack of beads, the sweat would fall off the,
So when you do the queef sound, it's at a lower pitch than when you do the other sound. Yeah. So it's just
Anyway, this guy had beads of sweat. They'd fall off his nose and into her eyes. She said it would sting, but these things happen, and it's comforting to know you're not experiencing it all alone. And if your partner doesn't embrace this incident, you're probably going to feel pretty alone in addressing them. Yeah. So if you're having sex with them, why not try bonding with them a bit in the process?
yeah, have some fun with it. Why not? I mean, it's kind of a ridiculous act anyway. So it's just the way it looks.
Now, this one I think you should explain. It's not necessarily a female-specific issue.
No, but unlubricated sex isn't fun for anyone. I mean, you need viscosity.
Well, he went into what was it, a 10-minute monologue about the wetness of the vajayjay.
So you buy some lube.
No. You were talking about the natural lubrication.
Oh, sure.
On the patio.
Yes, I was talking about how perfect it is.
Quite an
that nature has designed lubrication to appear when it's supposed to. And it all comes from just like drinking water and eating cheesecake, and then all of a sudden you get this,
Very different.
you know, yeah, that makes it stinky. You don't want to do that.
And this wasn't, you know, for the listeners out there, this wasn't prep. This was just a normal conversation.
It was just Blackjack being Blackjack. Yeah, you know, there's no better invention than the self-lubricating vagina. What? And then he went on and on. Linda left the room. Is he done? Is he done? No, he's not done. Just wait, just one more thing.
She did. She walked to the backyard.
I must expound about how important it is that the JJ
It's the
is
stomach, I'm telling you.
self-lubricant.
Is that what it is?
I blame Dr. Dave Klein and StagesOfLifeVitamins.com.
Dr. Dave Klein and StagesOfLifeVitamins.com is my new hero. I unequivocally and unabashedly recommend Stud Mix. I mean, I'm a winner. I'm a believer. What about you?
Even if it's not,
Pete,
you know.
Just
nothing
looking at
wrong.
you, I'm a believer.
Oh,
You're
like-
on fire.
I mean, I can't even control myself. You know, I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Another thing that can go wrong during sex is being too damn drunk, okay? Alcohol lowers your inhibition. It also gives you a whiskey dip, okay? Just gonna say that.
Yes.
The old WD.
Another problem can be not enough foreplay. Don't worry about the penetration. Have some fun outside of the laboratory, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You get horny, it inspires more. Foreplay, great way to get horny. And communication. That's the real big one. If you cannot communicate, well, sex is weird enough, okay? That's
Especially
all.
if you can't do it in rhythm like that poor dude.
Oh, no, right? How the hell? Anyway, we got a couple more things to talk about here, including dating disasters and more. It's connections.
Nice show so far, guys.
Yeah, it's
fantastic.
smooth. Running real good, guys. Real
Fantastic.
good. All right, Blackjack, it's your time to go up to them and tell them a nice story.
About sex?
About whatever. You can tell them about whatever. 'Cause
Oh, just a story?
It's not G-rated anymore. You can tell an X-rated story. Use all the dirty words you need.
What do you want to hear, guys? I can tell you a story.
A recovering addiction specialist now at the Detox.
I like to get into that place when I'm doing it, where it's kind of that, you know, you can really let go, and when you can do that with a partner at the same time, that's your best sex. Because it's not really about length of sex. Some of the best experiences I have been, you know, I don't know, about between a half hour and an hour of really good, you know, kind of like you got to get everything riled, you get worked up at around the same time, and then you kind of go for it when you feel like it. But it's all about the energy, the frequency. You got to get to that right vibratory thing, and then it works for me. You know, so. But you don't want to peak too soon. You don't want to have the other person peak too soon. Thank you for the hearts, by the way. You kind of want to build it and build it. When you're able to roll your eyes back in the back of your head, I think you hit that point. That's about what it is. You want to go for eyes, maybe a quiver in the legs, you know, when things start kind of popping on their own without you thinking about it. And then at that point, you're not even thinking. You just have a goofy smile on your face. That's what I would consider really good sex. Take that to the bank. That's good stuff. Let's see. You know what? I need a couple of Advils, Fox. That story made me it pushed the limit.
I was very sensitive to lights and sounds. It was almost like I had bigger eyes and ears than everyone else. So I built secret hiding places where nothing could.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to leave for a moment. I was overcome by the story. I was thinking about situations that I've been in the past, and I felt a little warm. It's a little warm in the studio, as you know. Even though we try to keep it at a certain controlled temperature to avoid, you know, certain things splattering. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm allowed to say. Pornstar Pete. Pornstar Pete's out of control tonight. I can't even stop him. I don't even know how.
I'm also taking the Stud Mix, so
Whoa.
poor Melissa has to deal with a lot of testosterone in the next couple weeks.
Did you know that the average
Where's that coming from, Pornstar Pete? Oh, from us?
Yeah, from the Stud Mix.
Yeah.
Could you pass me another water, please? That would be fantastic.
With Toco
Thank you, sir.
you can get a highly rated vehicle protection plan, usually for less.
Yeah, I mean, it's only going to get more intense from here, isn't it? I think so.
Yeah, he
Because he said 2 weeks. So what's it been? 6 days, right? 6 or 7 days?
Dad's been a week right now.
Do you know someone
So,
that's a
you know, looking at me right now, what do you think about it? What am I going to be like in a week?
next?
Good luck, Melissa.
Someone close to you has a bad drinking or drug problem.
This might be a good time to pray for Melissa. She's gonna
Call a recovery
Oh, you know it's only going to get more fun from here.
and give you a total rehab in a healthy 5-star treatment facility. It's like a vacation, but
We're coming back from
I like when he says it's like a vacation to go to rehab at the spa. I love that's
Yeah,
the best line
because
ever.
it's so expensive.
Free
Who's
call away.
barking?
Sorry, we don't accept
wrong?
Medicare or
It's like going on vacation.
before someone dies.
And then they say about someone dying. Right after they talk about it being a vacation.
800-360-0314.
I like it. Good copy.
800-360-0414.
Sorry, buddy.
800-360.
23 real life dating disasters.
Archie the studio dog.
Here comes our song.
It's the studio dog with Melissa Fox, Archie.
And what you're hearing is Linda Nunez. She rocks.
Got a lot of time.
Commercial. We love our commercials, though. They keep the lights on. They keep us doing what we do so well 5 nights a week. Please support our sponsors, including YourComputerSolutions.net for all your computer needs, both in the physical world and beyond.
Oh man, that guy's got it going on. He'll even help you put together the best profile page for your dating sites and stuff.
Yeah, he's brilliant. I love this guy.
Yeah, his name
Boy
is
the
Joe
man.
Boy. Joe Boy.
Joseph Boyd.
Joseph Boyd.
YourComputerSolutions.net. You can find him on Facebook. By the way, thank you to our Facebook Live feed watchers. You guys are fantastic. Just check us out, facebook.com/connection show. And make sure you get notified when we start our videos. That way you'll always be on top of things and we'll keep you connected.
Hey, Porn Star Pete.
Yes.
People like my story, I think. I got hearts.
Yeah, that does mean they like your
Yeah,
story.
during the break, while our commercials are running, again, support our sponsors. On Facebook, we tend to tell some dirty stories. Oh, we've got some more dating disasters to share with you. Would you like to hear some?
Yes.
I would.
This one guy I was with, he took pictures with his phone of us, of me, of us sitting in a coffee shop, and he posted them on Facebook. In a relationship, he writes, posts, my woman with hearts, found the one. We met for the first time 15 minutes before that. 15 minutes! Wow, that's freaky.
Yeah.
How about this one? She bought me chocolate, then she broke up with me, then she ate my chocolate.
Oh,
My girlfriend,
that's cold.
8 months, brought the chocolate, broke up, then proceeded to cry on my shoulder about her family problems, and then she ate my chocolate.
Oh, come on.
Similar story to a girl I dated. She bought me a Calvin and Hobbes book
I love
for
Calvin
Christmas.
and Hobbes.
Yeah, showed it to me, said, look what I'm getting for Christmas. Broke up with me, didn't give me the book.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cold.
She's passed away since then, so rest in peace.
Well, this one girl, she asked if my parents were disappointed in me.
What?
It lasted an hour, but was done 40 minutes in when she asked me if my parents were disappointed.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to ruin it.
Hey guys, check this out. I met a girl at a bar for drinks and she brought her ex-boyfriend. Yeah, I noped out of that one pretty quick. Nope.
So wait a minute, met the girl at the bar.
She said,
buys the ex-boyfriend a drink at the same bar.
Yeah, well no, he said, I'll meet at the bar. She says, cool, brings her ex-boyfriend with her.
Nice. How about you let me buy her dinner and drinks before making me drive her home so she could have sex with another dude?
Are you kidding?
Went on the date, ordered enough food at the restaurant, took her load up on a nice size take-home box, so she ordered a lot of food. Get some nice drinks all on his dime. About midnight, she tells him She needs to get her home because she's got a date with the guy she's having sex with that night.
Man, see, I've known women like this. And
Yeah.
this
Really?
is what scares me about you women.
A lot of them.
I like this one. At least she's up front. She had a machete in her purse, right? About 20 minutes into the date, she pulled out a 15-inch machete, declaring with a friendly smile that she had brought it along in case I was a psycho, but she was really happy that I wasn't.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, let's.
I would let that one pass, though. I think I would let the machete pass. I would say, you know what? I don't think she's going to use it on me.
I would have, it would have scared me a little bit because I'm thinking.
Why, you would have
pepper-
thought you would have got it whacked off?
Well, pepper spray, I
You get
understand.
it.
I understand the certain things, people
Machete?
will use. But yeah, they pull out a 15-inch machete.
So 15 inches is like that.
That's a hell of a bag that guy was carrying, huh? Jeez.
It's a big bag. It's a wide bag.
Hey,
Fox.
Connections. It was 1993. I had a first date with this girl I'd liked her for like 4 years. We go to see Schindler's List. Turns out also to be the last date.
Not a good date movie.
Not at all.
This is not a movie. Hey, where do you want to go? We're going on a date. Well, I really want to see Schindler's List. Oh, what's that about? Oh, it's fine. It's a World War II. It's about Steven Spielberg. Oh, okay. I like Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, but this one here goes.
Her husband had died 2 days ago.
What?
I went on a date with this gal who was so beautiful that I felt she was out of my league. She was also very friendly and warm and funny. I just got through dinner, she wouldn't let me ask her any questions. She just wanted to talk about me. It was sweet at first, but then it got a little strange. Finally, I refused to answer another question until she told me something about herself. She stared at me for a long time and finally said, okay, my husband died 2 days ago. I was so surprised that I had an anxiety attack. The date was over for a number of reasons.
Wow.
That's horrible. 2 days?
2 days, 48 hours, and she's like, back on the scene.
Now, as you may or may not know, Mrs. Blackjack's favorite holiday is Halloween. So his Halloween story, it's also the favorite of this person. Everyone around knows that this is my holiday. So my boyfriend at the time said he wanted to do something special for Halloween just for her. Turns out it was going around his neighborhood, go trick-or-treating, right? Which I was okay with. Till the girl he was cheating on with me showed up to join us for trick-or-treating because he invited her. The rest of the night consisted of me crying and her telling me all the things he said behind my back. Needless to say, I wound up walking home alone, a good hour walk on Halloween, makeup running down my face from crying, and a new single relationship status.
Wow, she's walking away looking like a crying clown. That's horrible. But
it's tough.
They said she's saying he invited this girl.
Right.
And then she stayed there, talked with the girl. And
So
the
he's
girl,
some kind of psycho.
The girl
yeah,
the girl tells this girl all the bad stuff her boyfriend's saying about. Ridiculous.
This sounds ridiculous. It's absurd.
This gal says, I recently had gone through a pretty horrible breakup, and I was filling time with lectures and gallery openings, and I ended up going to what I thought was a networking conversation, but it ended up being some kind of date thing. I had a presentation at work that day, so I was fairly dressed up, but my usual look was toned down. First thing this guy says to me is, you're wearing less eyeliner than the last time I saw you. Good. It was too awkward to leave right then and there, so we started walking at dinner. And he informed me that I shouldn't have worn heels for him because I was walking like a dog that someone had put socks on.
That's a nice thing to say.
Oh,
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's where you go.
Yeah, I'd want to have sex with
lobster
her.
dinner and then leave him in the parking lot.
So this one says, I agreed to go out on the date with this, according to this, it's older guy. I was 18, he was 24, and I thought, older guy, what could go wrong? I should have known from the moment he asked me to meet him at his house, because I got there, he introduced me to his mom, and he said he lives with her while he's, quote, gathering his thoughts. And he, he mentioned he's broke, he's out of gas, he lost his job, he doesn't have a car. So his idea of a date was borrowing his mom's car, stealing her Krispy Kreme coupons, the ones that give him the free donuts, and then walking around a sketchy park.
Nice.
Kept hinting I should pay for the gas for the trip to Krispy Kreme. Then he invited me to his basement to watch TV.
Nice.
I faked that I had to go home to study for an exam and sped out of the neighborhood. Kept bugging me for weeks afterward, calling me a selfish biatch, and messaging my friends telling them they were as well, like WTF.
if somebody invites you to go to their basement on a first date, run.
Takes you to a sketchy park first, and then says, "Hey, come to my basement. Mom is asleep."
Okay, our date was normal, but I wasn't sure if we were going to see each other again. At the end of the date, he dropped me off. He locks the doors. We're still in the car. And he screams at me at the top of his lungs, "I want to eat."
You.
And I want to eat you really,
I want to eat
really,
that F&P.
really
I
bad.
want to eat that F&P.
It's hard and sometimes scary to be a woman in a date.
Yes, yes, it is.
So he drops her off.
No, he goes to drop her off, but before they even leave the car, he starts
He
screaming at the
locks
top
the
of her
doors.
lungs.
Locks the doors on her like you're not going anywhere. And he's like, just belts it out.
Hey guys, my first date after ending a 9-year relationship, and I meet a guy at a farmer's market, so he asked me to dinner later that week. He seemed a little nervous, which was kind of weird, but I had no idea. So he starts to tell me how he's a failed Elvis impersonator, and how I should look him up, and that he abandoned his kids back in Utah with their mom, and he just found out his girlfriend cheated on him the previous month. Oh yeah, and he draws comics of cats puking, and would I like to see them over appetizers? I ordered another drink, barely touched my salad, gave him an awkward hug, and left.
Wow, that's like, yeah.
Do you think if he wouldn't have thrown in the cat's puking, do you think he might have still had a chance?
No, I think he was on his 4th strike at that point.
He really lost.
When you say failed Elvis impersonator, I don't know how you can tell when you fail because none of them are really that
that's
good.
Nice, that's
You know?
yeah.
So you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna wrap it up with one more for you here. You got it? Guys, this one was so bad, so bad. I went into denial afterwards and refused to say it was even a date. The guy who was a friend asked me out. I'm newly single, so I'm fine with it. He's sort of a giant fat slob, but he's funny, so okay. Picks me up on his motorcycle. I'm alright with that. I have to bring my own helmet. He tells me he needs to sit really far back. So I get about 3 inches of the seat. I'm trying to hang on. He says I have to hang on tight. Well, he hasn't showered. I can see his dirty underwear, the crack of his ass. I'm not about to hang on to anything within reach, but I do manage to stay on the motorcycle. So he drives up and down the main street of downtown, sort of like hot rodding, trying to scare me. What an a-hole. Then he takes me to a little burger joint. We go in, he walks up and orders 2 double meat burgers, double cheeseburgers, 2 fries, 2 shakes. Now, I really didn't want that much food, but okay. Never had a guy order for me before. So we go and sit down and wait for the food. And when he brings it back, he proceeds to sit and eat it all. Then he looks at me and he says, "Why didn't you order anything?" But here's the real kicker. Weeks later, I find out from my friends that he'd been bragging to his buddies, including mutual friends, that he had decided not to date me because he used the downtown windows to check out how I looked on the back of his motorcycle, and he decided I was too fat.
Wow.
Yeah, giant.
Well, maybe she was blocking his rear view, and he, it was a safety thing. Could have been. I mean, I ride a motorcycle to make sure that the person in back. I'm going to stop talking now. If you want a motorcycle and you want a Harley Davidson motorcycle, which is the motorcycle to get, go to Seminole Harley Davidson in Sanford, Florida. It is the 2nd largest Harley Davidson showroom and volume in the country.
Yeah, in the country.
So.
And they have events going on all weekend. Listen for more details. SeminoleHarley.com. Matter of fact, they have a bike, a ride coming up. Something very important. The zoo ride, the Eagles. Yeah. So anyway, listen for details. It's coming up next.
You're listening to Connections. Connections is relationship radio.
Yeah, it's just a little verklempt.
He's got some phlegm. Hey guys, thank you all for sharing the video.
Thank you for sharing, because
Hey
sharing
Todd, hey
is sharing.
Shelly.
Plus Saturday in concert, Central Florida's hottest power trio, the beautiful bastards cracking it up.
See, look, there's the information.
Join the Seminole chapter, Sanford, Florida Harley owners who put their 24th annual Ride to Eagles event. Enjoy a fun and scenic ride around Lakeland Road to the Central Florida Zoo's Eagleton Productions.
Hi, Tommy. All right, second story. Second time I get lucky, right? Not real lucky. So I was drinking a little bit. Like I said, I wasn't a really great kid growing up, teenage-wise. So I'm a little drunk, and we hung out in this tunnel where we used to hang out with. We had to get through this tunnel to get to school. That's also where we got in a lot of trouble. So I'm down there and I'm been drinking and so this blonde, redhead, curly redhead girl comes walking down. And at the time she looked all right because, you know, I'm wasted. I'm 14, 15 years old. And so what happens is she invites me over to her place. So we get there and we end up kind of doing our thing, and then she says, oh, my uncle's driving home. Well, I kind of wanted to finish the job, right? So I finished the job. Not protect. I mean, you know, we were 15 and 14. I wasn't protected, you know. So could I have gotten her pregnant? Yes, I could have. So for a week after that, this girl was hunting me down, and every time I'd like walk in the neighborhood, she'd find me and chase me. And the scary thing is she was really good at soccer and she was really fast, and I wasn't all that fast. So she would run after me and chase me. And one time, I mean, I had tears coming down my eyes, and my friend's going, come on, come on. And I'm trying to get there as quick as I could. But she's not pregnant. She never was pregnant. I don't have a 20-something-year-old child. We're all good. Got out of that
My
one.
friend Steve, but I think this might be a fake. I don't know if this is a fake.
This is not real. Make sure you get your song.
Yeah, it's ready.
Good story there, Jameson.
Of course, it could be just a new Facebook page for him.
That was my first and second. Now you guys know my first and second sexual encounters. Both more on the bad side than the good side.
Oh no, this is a real page because you wrote with everything going on, and now I'm retired from the Air Force. It's probably not. So that looks real thing. I think it might even be too legit to quit.
Do you know someone who has a drinking problem or drug addiction?
Hi, Amy Steiner. Amy Steiner liked my hamburger. Sorry, I said my hot dog. I didn't mean to do that.
If you or someone close to you has a bad drinking or drug problem,
Everybody get ready to do the blackjack. It's coming up soon.
Recovering addiction specialists now.
Get ready.
Stroke this for good luck.
You're stroking over there, Port Star Pete. They don't call it stroking. They call it what is it? This fluffing.
If you have private health insurance,
You
drugs,
get
quitting
fluffed.
alcohol, and
You know,
getting
between
sober
takes, you gotta
is
get
just
fluffed.
a free call away. Sorry, we don't accept Medicare or Medicaid. Make this free, confidential.
Oh, we're gonna play a little guessing game during the news thing, so make sure you got your little guessing game hats on.
360-0314.
But first, hi Missy. First we must do the blackjack. Hi Hody, why are we all here?
Also, Eckhart Tolle says the only moment there ever is now. Your entire life is now. Whatever you experience, feel, think, do is always now. Has always been now, will always be now.
Hody, go lay down. Blackjack.
This is an amazing set of eyeballs.
It's connections.
Wow, welcome back.
Time now for our sexy artist of the week with Blackjack on Connections.
Marcy Playground is our artist of the week. You guys are getting pretty good at the synchronous nature of that thing. That's all right. Doing the blackjack.
Hashtag blackjack.
American alternative band. 3 members: John Wozniak, lead vocals and guitar. Dylan Keefe. Shlomi Levi is on drums. He's got the best name, I think, for a drummer. Band known for its 1997 hit "I Like Sex and Candy." But this one's called Barfly. So much more, and every song is good. This is Barfly and Connections, artist of the week. Ow! I even have to get up and do a little bit of groove. Watch this.
Hody, stop it.
You see that? You see that move? I don't think they saw
Weird
it.
man.
See, then you do one of these. Do one of those. See that? That's patented. Don't try that at home. So you got to get your shoulder into it.
It's so weird. Oh Lord.
Hey, it's got some good hooks to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love this song, yeah.
Good stuff.
I kind of want to keep playing it, but we can't.
No, that would be cool. That's enough for us. But I like it. I like it. I actually know that one. So
It's time for the news thing with Melissa Fox.
now, as I'm saying, I got a little quiz for you. But right now, let's talk about a couple other things that are going on. A family got trapped in their home by a bear who was rooting through their trash. This did not happen in Florida. They called the cops, and they had to stay put until the bear got shooed away by cop car lights. That's a wise thing to do, because even a baby bear can tear you apart. So if this happens to you, call the cops or the Wildlife Federation here in Florida. They'll take care of it. But yeah, don't go out there and confront the
Yeah, and don't lay there either and curl up in a ball, because that's just a ploy with the bears. They're wanting you to just lay there.
So they can tear you from shreds,
Exactly.
basically. Actually, I saw a deer today. I saw some wildlife. I saw an osprey as well.
An osprey, what an bird. I live in a bird sanctuary, and so I see all kinds of really cool birds, but that is different. Alaska.
I'll tell you.
Still has something, you know? Alaska. They still have some things that have pretty much gone out of business and everywhere else in the world. And maybe Texas, okay? Any idea what business is still thriving in Alaska?
The ice delivery business.
I'll tell you now. I'll tell you, you can ask me a question and I'll narrow it down if you want.
Beaver furs.
That's not a question. You can point your feet.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Yes.
Or something? Okay. It is bigger than a bread box.
I'll tell you, it's a store. It's a type of store.
Okay, is it a like a Home Depot store?
No, they're still around just about everywhere. This is Alaska. There's a bunch of them, and there's
Taxidermy.
maybe a couple
Would it
in
be
Texas.
a taxidermy store?
Big boy.
Ooh, you're getting close. No.
Oh.
No.
Would you say that it's a Howard Johnson's?
No, it is not a hotel of any sort. Okay.
Is this a restaurant?
It is a store.
It's a store.
It's a place that you probably were in 20 years ago.
Yes, I know this story now. This was a Blockbuster.
Yes, Blockbuster videos are still around. There's a bunch of them in Alaska. The guy who owns them licenses the name, has the stores there in Alaska, and has stuff in Texas. He closed a few, but he says, you know what? Even though gradually I'm going to shut them all, the ones in Alaska are actually busy and profitable.
Well, you think about it. It's dark half the year. You're in your house. Where do you go?
Well, there's another thing too.
Right. So it's like socializing.
The internet in some areas of Alaska is very expensive and very metered. So using a Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, any of those is difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine it being a problem.
So you have to kind of regress and go get a
your
DVD
VHS.
or
Yes. No, VHS.
Oh, VHS.
Yeah, they're actually still VHS tapes.
VHS.
Yeah, and there's another thing. There's an older population, so they're kind of stuck in their ways. And then the fact that the internet is so expensive, they're like, go get a tape. Let's go to Blockbuster.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
It's working. It's working.
Yeah, I'd like to go there, but I hear there's not a whole lot of women there.
Now I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but Blockbuster,
201.
Blockbuster actually had the opportunity to buy Netflix for only $50 million when they first came out.
Yeah.
They decided, we'll just blow them away. We don't
We'll
want
do
to
our
spend
own
that.
little
Right.
thing. Yeah, that didn't work. Yeah.
And now it's what? How many billions is Netflix worth?
I don't know. So in the Minneapolis and St. Paul area.
Minneapolis.
School districts doing a taste test. They want to convince kids that vegetables and fruits are not so bad. This is not going to work.
Good luck, yeah.
Yeah. Seriously, if your school back in the day had made you try parsnips and Brussels sprouts and turnips, would you have actually resisted?
there would have been a coup in my school.
Yeah. We it's
They do that in France, but I think they're used to it over there. Like really like good food and stuff.
Well, yeah, higher ends, so. I'm sorry. I'm still laughing about the guy in the hefty bag from the other night.
Oh, it's a classic.
Still on the loose.
So, out of San Francisco, this woman allegedly was doing whippets, huffing the gas right in
Well,
front
what
of
is what's a whippet?
You know, you take
What is
like
that?
a whipped cream bottle and you
Oh, just the gas
get
part.
the gas part, yeah. And they
Not
actually-
unlike the
they
Sharpie
sell
thing.
whippets.
Okay.
They sell whippets at vape stores and stuff too. But this woman did it right in front of the cops, which is not a good idea. Cop was there because there was a report that she had a gun, and the whippets were like a bonus. It's like, what? So anyway, did you ever watch Deadliest Catch?
Seen it a couple times.
Yeah.
It's a fishing
Fishing show. One guy who's on there, or was on there, arrested allegedly, stole his friend's car, had some meth on him. By the way, I want to reiterate this because I've said it before and I'll say it again. Being on a reality show does not, or at least should not, make you a star. Just wanted to get that across.
No, not.
Okay.
And I agree. Not until you do something special, not just to be on a
No.
reality.
Now, if you're on a radio show that's on in 3 markets in Central Florida, then yes, you are a
In
star.
166 countries throughout the world, yeah, maybe so. Thanks to Kim Cameron and Jono De Leon for stopping by tonight. We had a great time. Thank you all, Facebook Connection Show.
Thank you guys. I'm Black Tech. We'll see you tomorrow night at 10.
Porn Star Pete.
I'm Melissa Fox. Thanks for listening. Love you. Mean it.
Things that are not funny and also disgusting.
That's awesome, man.
And then it just got worse.
Nice
from
work,
there.
Porn Star Pete.
You've been listening.
Guys, thank you so very much. Awesome show tonight. Great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys. Great job.
Thank you. Love you.
Later.